Well, good evening.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Hey, everybody.
That never fails to get a laugh from me.
Don't think it ever will.
I know, right?
Making
So
that
we
noise.
got always grateful, as always, thank you. April, as always, thank you. And then we got Fishner, as always. And then we got Rocket Couch and What the Beck. It's been a while
And
back. How's it
Sean
going?
just popped in.
Yeah, and
Hi,
then we got
Sean.
Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah. Sweet. So how's everybody's week been so far? Well, I guess it's almost over.
So your week
Yay.
is on Friday.
No,
Yeah.
because then I go back to work on Monday. I don't want to go back to work.
Oh, now you've had some days off, so.
Yeah, but I didn't really because it's like I had to sit for like 2 hours waiting for him at the school to be done.
Okay, that was 2 hours.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like because also like the first day I was like so nervous, like my stomach was hurting and stuff because like I was like, oh my goodness, how's he gonna act? I'm like over here, separation anxiety. He's perfectly fine, doing good, having the time of his life in there. I was like,
Well, good. So what does that show you?
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I was like, oh my, so it like felt like it took all my energy just sitting
Group
there.
grope.
We got Jen with the groping, grope up in the house.
Other than that, our
Oh.
chat's appalling, We can only be fixed by group growth. So just so we know, we're going to have to work on that.
How do we make it not appalling?
I guess we have to be groping before he gets here. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's like the pre-grope, grope.
Grope.
Yeah. It's weird that we're already almost done with April.
Oh, this year is just flying by. Can't even believe it. Even for me, it's flying by.
Soon.
When do they get out? In May?
Mine get out May 23rd.
He gets June 4th. Is the last day.
Okay.
But we're giving samples like the week before, so it's like the last week. We really don't have like there's school, but it's really not going to be any.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes the last week is like pointless.
Yeah. Well, just like the first week, I remember like every first week is just kind of like getting to know. Usually, when you're actually going to school, you get to know the teachers, the kids. But yeah, usually the last week of school is just movies. I remember it was always just movies. So most of the time,
they're usually just half days too. So it's like, why are we here?
Like, what's the point? Like, I would just leave, like, go to school first period, and then just walk off campus. That was bad. Yeah. So my friends and I would just go hang out.
Well, senior year, I remember they would emphasize like until you have your diploma in hand, you could still, not graduate. So don't be ditching. Don't be doing any pranks.
This was middle
we didn't fall
school.
for that though.
Yeah. It's like, so you're saying as soon as you hand me my diploma, I'm free to do whatever I want.
But, the attendance clerk at my high school was one of my brother's best friend's mothers. And my last day of school, she looked when I handed in my note for like the half days or whatever, right up before that. She looked at the note. She looked at me and she goes, "Well, this doesn't look like your mother's signature." And I said, "Well, I don't know why you think that can't look like every other signature I've turned in for the last 3 months."
Sorry, Beck. It was probably because my mic wasn't close enough to my mouth. I just realized.
Your what?
Mic, because he was saying I sound lower than you guys.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Oh,
yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Sometimes you're just kind of quiet though anyway.
Oh, yeah, I've always gotten that.
Yeah.
I've always gotten told to speak up because I'm just such a low talker. Don't know why.
You're just so demure. I think that's the problem.
This woman today, she normally talks really fast, and someone in the comments was like, "Why do you talk so fast?" And she's like, "Well, why do you listen so slow?" Like, let's start using that if I'm ever told I'm talking fast. Like, you're just listening slow.
We just need to break Cass out of her shell. That's all. She's just shy and demure, and if we just get her cracked out of that, then she'll be
Cass has a shell?
Yeah. She's demure. That's what I said. She's just demure.
I didn't know about that.
I'm
Oh my
so
goodness.
innocent and pure.
That's right. That's right.
You guys
Well, we got
gotta.
some Am I the Assholes for you tonight. We haven't done this in a while. Claire hasn't done this in a while. Oh, what Always Grateful has to say. I was lucky my principal and my dad went to high school together, and one of the assistants I called Uncle Percy, so she never got in trouble. I suspect you never got in trouble anyway. I bet you were a good student.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably was.
Good girl. Yeah.
You're a model student.
That's right.
Unless you want to
Yeah.
click the link and tell us otherwise.
Yeah. Click the link.
Click the link.
Click the link. Speaking of click the link. Oh, always in trouble. We have we've picked a few samplings from the AITA category for you tonight. I was just saying that we haven't done this in a while, and I know Claire hasn't had time to do this in a while. We don't do this quite as detailed as Claire does because we're not that creative in getting all the graphics together. So we're going to make it kind of easy. We're going to read them and then.
Oh my God. Sorry, what Always Grateful said just caught my eye.
Oh, she sold them. Okay, well, we didn't use hall passes in my school, but
Anyway,
sold them. Wow. That's enterprising right there. You made bingo cards for the AITA streams. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't ever see those. That's a question you would have to ask Claire. We can't answer for Claire on that. So ask Claire, and then
I would say that if you do use it and get bingos, it would still have to go to her.
Yeah.
Like you would still have to send your bingo cards to her.
Well, and you would want to clear that with Claire whether she wants to take bingo cards from our streams or not. If we, that would totally be her call. If she says, that's a bit of a stretch for her to do from somebody else's, but
that's a lot of bingos.
Yeah. But yeah, if you clear it with her to use all that, to do all that, that would be fine. But I don't absolutely want to speak for her on that. So, but that would be cool for sure. You're getting the trip. Oh no, he's already trying to grease up that bingo card. But what we're gonna do here is, oh yeah, you can do it for fun for sure. What we're going to do here is, if you think the person is the asshole, you're going to put a 1 in the comments, and we'll go over this when we read them. If you think the other person is the asshole, you're going to put a 2. This is, I think, exactly like Claire's. If you think they're both the asshole, you're going to do a 3. And if you feel particularly strong about any of it, you have the option to come up on panel and make your argument for it. Yeah. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah. And with that, shall we get into our first asshole or potential asshole? Dig right in. Yeah, we're going to dig right in.
Wait, we're digging in.
Oh, Stacy says she's usually being the asshole. So in 5, if you think Stacy's the asshole. Oh, no, we're on 4, right?
Please
4 is Stacy's the asshole.
Please don't put us talking about digging into assholes, okay? Thank you.
That would be me. That was me. All righty. So let's get the first one going. Hopefully you'll be able to see this somewhat. Oh, somebody's digging a hole there.
Who's digging a hole and where?
What kind of hole do you think?
Just got threatened from the other room.
Come on.
What did you do, Fishner? Sean, do we need to put Fishner on timeout for you?
Oh, I thought you meant you got threatened from the other.
Like, no, it was.
Like, what did Grandma threaten you with?
Not making his dinner.
Okay. Nope, that makes it go smaller. Yeah, I think that's as big as I can make that. So, if you can read along, good for you. Can you guys see that well enough to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I can pull it up from my phone and read it.
I have to zoom in.
I'll read the first one then.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband's cousin she shouldn't have thrown a gender reveal party? Oh, I was going to do that 1 second. Okay. Oh, well. Both me, 29 female, and my husband's cousin, Lena, fake name, 27 female, are pregnant. I'm due in late May while she's due in August. My baby will be my second child. I have a 3-year-old son, and hers is her first. Lena and I aren't particularly close, and to be honest, I'm not fond of her. But since we're both pregnant, we've been talking more often than usual. It was during these conversations that she expressed wanting a baby girl. She specifically said she couldn't see herself raising a boy. Last month, Lena hosted a gender reveal party and she found out she's having a son. She was visibly disappointed after finding out the sex of her baby. She threw on a fake smile during the actual reveal, but she didn't keep it up for long. For the rest of the party, Lena remained frustrated and was cold and short with everybody who tried to congratulate her. I don't know if Lena told anyone else that she wanted a girl, but her disappointment has gotten pretty obvious. Since her party, she's been less excited about her pregnancy. We've been speaking less because she doesn't even want to talk about her baby anymore. Her sadness has earned her some sympathy and support from my in-laws. My baby shower will take place this weekend. I'm having a girl, but my husband and I decided to wait until birth to reveal that. As such, none of my in-laws have been informed. A couple of days ago, Lena called to ask about my baby's gender. She said if I'm expecting a girl, she won't come to the baby shower. When I asked why, she said she's still mourning her daughter and doesn't want to be reminded that she's not having a girl. She also said that since she shared her reveal with the family, it was only fair I told her. I reminded her that we weren't telling anyone until birth, but told her she was welcome to avoid the shower if she wasn't comfortable attending. Lena continued to pressure me to tell her, but I stood my ground. After some back and forth, she told me I was being inconsiderate as I knew how devastated she'd been. She said she deserved to know if I was about to rub my happiness in her face. That's when I ran out of patience. I told Lena that if having a boy was awful to her, then she shouldn't have thrown herself a gender reveal in the first place. I said she could stop celebrating her pregnancy if she wanted to, but she can't dictate what I do about mine. Lena is furious. She told my in-laws that I was kicking her out of my baby shower. I told everyone the truth, but many are still on her side. They are saying that it's rude of me to dismiss Lena's pain and that I should be more graceful towards her. My husband is completely on my side, as is my brother-in-law. As much as I don't think I was wrong to stand my ground, I do recognize that her feelings towards her baby are none of my business. I was both frustrated and exhausted at the time, and I know I would have reacted differently otherwise. Am I the asshole? All right, guys, what do you think?
Because I was gonna talk over you that entire time because.
Well, go ahead, let it rip. What do you think?
Because, oh my God, I can't stand people like that. Like you go into the pregnancy knowing it's 50-50.
Right.
Knowing you're knowing that it's not 100% a boy or a girl. So to be mad. Like my husband and I, anytime people go, "Oh, what would you like?" Like it didn't
Oops.
matter to us. Like anytime they will say, "Oh, well, what do you prefer? Like, what do you want?" It's like, what do you want it to be? It's like it doesn't matter as long as it's a healthy child. That's all that
Yeah.
mattered to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have been excited either way. Like I just can't like if you I'm with she's not no, she's not the asshole because it's like, oh, I gotta mourn your daughter. You didn't have
Yeah,
a
she didn't
daughter.
lose a daughter. She lost the thought of a daughter, but she's never
Yeah,
lost a daughter.
you have a son that it just really irritates me because it's
Yeah.
like ridiculous. And then they're forcing someone else to say, "Oh, well, you're gonna rub your happy or like you're gonna rub your happiness in my face." It's like first off, they're not even announcing the gender. So how is it rubbing it in her face? If she wanted to, she could. She could have said, "Well, I'm having a daughter. You're not." Haha. But she didn't. So
And they're doing a gender non-specific party or shower. So it's not like they're going to be getting all pink or all blue anything to rub in this woman's face anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, and exactly what Stacey said. It should not be encouraged by the family. Oh, you gotta take her pain. Like, yeah, she's disappointed, but sorry, you're gonna have to get over it. Because either way, you're having a child.
Yeah.
Regardless of it's not what you wanted, you should still love and care for that child the same.
Yeah.
Well, and if it's her first child, so it's like, okay, if you wanted to be one and done, yeah, I can understand, being upset, but if you want a girl, try again. If you don't, then it wasn't meant to be. But I don't see how that makes her entitled to the poster, like telling her what the gender is and worrying about her feelings. And it's also, if she's going to hold on to this, I worry about how she's going to treat her baby.
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
not his fault. He's a boy.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of the movie Riding Cars with Boys, where Drew Barrymore wanted so badly to have a girl and she had a boy, and there's just never really a bond.
Yeah.
And I hope she gets over this because it's petty
sad.
and ridiculous. It's like, yeah.
She's just one of those entitled people that I get everything that I want. I really want a girl and I'm going to get it because I want it. It's like, I don't know if you failed biology in high school, but that's not how it works.
Well, it
Yeah.
kind of looking at how things are being handled with this, like it seems like her parents have have pretty
No,
much
Fishner.
have pretty much know how she is. Like I'm trying to how do I explain it? Like she probably is the favorite, but as far as like because they're going along with it and encouraging it, it's
Yeah.
like so what else have they been doing this entire time? It's like so technically it could even go down to the parents or the assholes for not knowing how to raise their kid.
Yeah.
I don't know, I shouldn't say that, but
I mean, I
just
can see
like
indulging her a little bit, but let her be sad for a little bit, but don't let her, pitch her tent there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let her be sad, but keep moving. Move along.
They're really gonna have to keep an eye on her though. Like if she does have like postpartum afterwards,
Yeah.
it might be worse.
Yeah.
Since it's a boy.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
really
that's
gonna
why I wonder, like, how far is she gonna take this being upset? Because I get being bummed, but if she's gonna really act like, well, then I want a do-over. I don't even want this kid anymore. That's when I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, now we have bigger issues here.
Yeah.
Are we going to
That's
see her
my
on
problem,
Snap?
yeah. I hope not.
Yeah.
And then to
We're gonna
act
see her on.
entitled, like, well, I had my gender reveal party, so you owe it to me. It's like, they don't owe you jack. Stop it.
Yeah.
That was
You're
your
just
See
choice.
her on Claire's channel, not for AIT. Yeah. That's the sad thing. How far will she go especially if she does end up in serious postpartum and all that stuff?
because when I I always wanted my first kid to be a boy, and that's what I got. But then second time, I was like, I kind of want to just be a boy mom, like do the, only boys. Then found out I was having a girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do with a girl. Like, I don't know if I'm cut out for it. And then I started seeing like the girl baby stuff in the stores, and I was like, okay, now I feel better. But I couldn't imagine being like, well, I can't even bond with this baby anymore if it's not the gender I wanted.
Yeah, you're more. Yeah, that's how I would have been. Honestly, like that's how I would have been. Like, what am I gonna do? Because I have brothers, so like, and I have younger cousins that were boys. So I was like, I know boys, but if I had a girl, I'm not really girly myself. So how the heck would I raise a girl?
And
Like,
she should be thankful she's even having a baby. Some women would be like, you should be thankful I can't even have babies. You should be, and you're going to whine about the gender.
yeah.
Like get over yourself.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure the replies are a lot of people like going, well, I've been trying for years and better be happy you're able to even conceive on your own.
And the more that her family encourages it, that's just going to make it worse. Like, no, you all need to tell her get over it. You can be upset for a little bit, but get over it. The baby's coming, like it or not. Yeah. So yeah. I kind of want to update when she gives birth, because I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous for the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see 2 votes for 2 that she's the asshole. What are the rest of the votes here? Who's the asshole?
I think
the
pretty much everyone is going in agreeing, like saying that she is just. But yeah, exactly what Stacy's saying. Like when she does have a girl, it's gonna be.
Yeah, she's gonna favorite that child.
Oh, this was only 7 hours ago, so there's no conclusion from the audience yet.
Yeah, that's like so funny. Like her, Always Prayerful's son has 2 boys, and then her daughter has 2 girls. So that's like.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep, 2 of each.
All right. So the consensus we have is definitely she is the asshole.
Yeah.
Lena. Fake name Lena. All righty. Anybody who has a consenting opinion want to stand
click
up
the
and
link.
Right. Click the link.
Not sure which one. I'm not sure which one to read next. I kind of want to read that neighbor one, because that one had me feeling a certain way.
I only pulled up 2 at a time. So the next one we have is your first.
That don't make sense.
Is get rid of this one.
Vishner, that doesn't make sense. One has to have 2. You wanted 3 kids, one of each, but the third one's gonna have to be one or the other.
Ouch. The next one I have pulled up ready to go is your other one, Carly. You want to do that one now, or do you want to take a quick break while I pull up the other one?
Oh, Carly, you still here? Oh yeah, she is.
Carly?
Oh, maybe she's not.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, I hear you now. Oh, you went to you were out of StreamYards for too long. That's what happened, because you toggled to a different. You went to a different tab, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, is it gonna be dumb?
It says that, like, you have to just keep, like, you'll have to read it and then come back, like, a few minutes and then come back. You have to just keep toggling back and forth.
Okay, let me try to open the tab and quickly come back.
Like, okay. So, what are we doing?
She's about to read.
She's going to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll read that one. I'll stop sharing.
Can you hear me still?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Where'd it go? Okay. This one went a little deep, but so it's not like a funny one by any means, really, but it was very interesting to me. So that's why I picked it. Okay. Am I the asshole for firmly telling my mom that my daughter will never be named after her daughter, aka sister? So before I was born, my parents had a daughter, my sister. She died when she was 2. Also, I should offer a trigger warning for this too. She died when she was 2 while mom was pregnant with me. Ever since the death, my mom has been stuck in grief and has been unable to move on in a healthy way. My dad bailed when I was a baby, and the relationship with my mom was rough. Growing up, I heard all about the sister who died before I was born. My mom would have us in extreme mourning on the anniversary, my sister's birthday, and the anniversary of the day she found out she was pregnant. She'd pull me out of school, and I couldn't do anything on those days. We didn't celebrate Christmas because my mom said there was nothing worth celebrating without her. Mom would get upset if I wanted to celebrate my birthday. Then she'd throw parties and have photos of my sister displayed around the house and yard for everyone in attendance to see her. She told me it was also a way for me to have my sister at my birthday parties. Whenever I had friends over, she would talk an obsessive amount about my sister. She made them so uncomfortable. I started dating my wife as a teenager. I did my best to keep her away from my mom. The first time they met, my mom talked about my sister the whole time, showed off her baby pictures and home movies of her, and spoke nothing about me. My wife asked what I was like as a baby and asked to see those photos of me, but mom couldn't stop talking about her, quote, most precious little girl. When I moved out of my mom's house, our relationship strained more because I refused to stop my life on those 3 days anymore, and I also started to celebrate Christmas. Mom was so mad. She yelled at me down the phone that I was a monster, and how could I care so little about my sister being gone? I shouldn't be able to act like those days are normal days, or like we have nothing to be happy about at Christmas. We were very low contact for a few years, and then she reached out to me and we talked, and I told her she needed to get help because I could not live like that anymore, and I couldn't live with feeling like I didn't matter to her. She apologized and promised she would be better, and she was. Until now. My wife and I are expecting a baby girl, and a few days ago, my mom declared that she couldn't wait to meet baby Ella, Ella being my sister's name. I told her we weren't using the name, and mom freaked. She told me I couldn't possibly have a little girl and not name her after my sister. She told me Ella deserved to be honored and remembered, and how could I do this to her and to my sister, where she was, and where was the love for my sister? I told her to stop. She said I had to use the name, and she would tell my wife the same thing. Her daughter deserved that. I told her I will never name my daughter after hers, and after seeing her reaction to me not using the name Ella, that I regretted us getting back in touch because she will never stop wanting everything to revolve around that loss. My mom called me an evil bastard for wanting to erase my sister. Am I the asshole?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mom needs therapy.
Yeah.
Probably medication as well.
She never got over.
Oh, she's stuck in grief.
Yeah, she's never fully mourned or grieved. There's really can't really say there's even really a right way, but just that's definitely not the right way. As far
No.
as like forcing, like not celebrating your kid's birthday, that kind of like I was gonna say, great. So this is the future of the kid of the baby in the first one we just read. Like that's gonna be his future because they go, you're supposed to be a girl, but there's different. But yeah, that she really does need help.
Well,
And
when he said dad bailed, I'm wondering, was that because he couldn't handle what she was doing, or was it all just too much? But I was reading comments and some were saying you should reach out to him and maybe not forgive him, but it might help him understand why he left and see if there's salvation there. But that's the mom. I never want to imagine what she went through, but I also wonder, would she be the type to think that this baby is hers and some very dangerous behavior going on?
That's what, because of the way she's already wanting to name her, that she might have thinking, oh, I got a girl now. I got a do-over.
Yeah.
Like a reincarnation.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could, because I can see where you're coming with that, as far as like she's gonna be watched, because I've seen other Am I the Assholes where like mother-in-laws are crazy like that. Some, not all mother-in-laws, but like some like usually it'll be the wife telling the story, like, oh, my mother-in-law like thinks this is like her daughter because she never had one, and wants to pretty much take over raising the kid. I can see that happening, and so he's best, honestly, if she's not willing to get help, he's best just to cut ties right now.
Well, with
Maybe
what
even
Sean
move.
said too, she'd rather mourn her daughter than celebrate her son, who is there and alive, and always it was just the two of them. But it's like, what was he was he a piece of furniture to her? Like,
that's
he
what I was gonna say. Like,
existed.
it was like you said, it was just the two of them, but he was just on the outside looking at her, just with the invisible, or the child that's no longer there. Which, yeah, like you said, I would never want to imagine, like, that there's no doubt she's in pain, but there's a time where you gotta fix yourself to be there for your other child. It's not fair to your other child.
No, think of the quality of life that he didn't have.
Yeah.
Because she's stuck in this place and can't get forward.
Yeah.
Through it.
And I've heard of people, having the names live on, but the manner of which she's wanting it is not at all healthy.
Yeah.
It's like she's wanting to replace. It's like, it's like bringing her back. And then how will she react? Is she expecting the child to look like the sister? Is she wanting to, is she going to be an overbearing grandmother and raise her as her own? Or, because the daughter-in-law, I want to know how she feels about it too.
She's walking into this going, what?
Yeah. And I think he said this was the girl that he dated even as teenagers. So she's seen firsthand for years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's probably like, okay, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
So I wonder, has anyone in the family tried to get her help and she was just couldn't do it? Or
that's what Stacy brought up earlier about the extended family. And she their involvement had been, let me go bring it up.
Well, and how sad they'd never celebrated, really anything. Christmas, and his birthday was all about her, and that just feels so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mousy. Didn't see you come in.
Yeah. So, I see this going way past the name. It's not going to stop at naming her Ella. It just see that happening. So,
no.
That's exactly what I was thinking too, Vishnu. It's her second chance. This is her thinking is, this is going to be my second chance. Yeah. It has not even friends have taken friends' kids like that. So yeah, she's going to call her Ella too. She's going to call her exactly.
Yeah.
She cannot be alone with that girl, because that girl's going to be thinking her name she has two names.
And then it's like she passed when she was, what, 2? So then could she feel like, I mean, it didn't say how she passed, but when she gets beyond that age, like, will that affect anything? Or is she going to be so scared? Like, she feels like she has to protect her. And I think
It
starts to
doesn't
kidnap
say.
her.
It doesn't say how the daughter died, huh?
No.
And if I were the son, I would probably cut ties and move.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
say
would.
that they live close now. No, Gremlin, it doesn't. But if I lived near her, near the mom, I would probably move farther
Yeah.
away to get some distance.
Yeah.
That just, there needs to be physical and mental boundaries in place on that one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think
Did
he's
you?
wrong for not giving his daughter the name.
No.
Yeah.
But did you see what Mousy was saying though? She was saying that she's named after her
Oh,
brother
really?
that had passed away. Yeah.
Oh,
Like she's like, I
yeah.
appreciate her name is unique, but always felt weird knowing it was also my brother's name.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another thing. Like it could, how would it affect the girl as she got older?
Yeah. And it reminds me of, I've seen in like Lifetime movies and stuff where
Yeah.
they start saying like, call me mommy, call me mom, I'm your
Yeah.
mommy, even though they're grandma or they're the nanny, or, like I could see her doing that too. Like, you're mine.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't turn into a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half already is, but
Yeah. It's like my heart definitely goes out to her because I said I couldn't imagine going through that, but help is severely needed.
yeah. So who's the asshole? Type 1 if it's the son, 2
I don't
if
think
it's
he is.
grandma, 3 if it's both of them, 4 if it's somebody else entirely. And if you have some other idea that you want to come up on panel and explain to us, let us know. The dead sister. Forgot about that one.
No. Fish nerd.
I think the mom definitely is, but yeah, like I feel I have like some kind of sympathy, because she lost a child, but that's not fair to him.
Yeah, sorry, that was definitely a deep one, but it was also one that was like, whoa, never seen one like this. So kind of why I chose that one. But yeah, we'll have to pick a funnier one.
Let's see here. What have we got? That's not funny. That's not funny.
Oh wow.
Okay, this one's kind of funny.
But always grateful said.
Oh, interesting. They all have the same middle name.
Oh wow. That's a lot.
My two aunts. I have two aunts that they have one of their girls has the same middle name as them. It's like, I don't know, just, but then now my cousin just had a girl and now she has the same middle name. So it's like the middle name is going down. And then same with my other cousin. She had her second daughter. Now she has the same middle name as her mom. It's like so weird to me. It's like each of their own.
Don't you say bad things about periwinkle in this chat, because that's my favorite color. And Juju's not even here to, be offended by it. So there you
She's
go.
gonna come in with the thumbs down.
What are you doing?
She can just take that opinion and go start digging. Same place we dug.
In the peach.
In the peach.
Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness.
Let's get the presente.
So can we talk about Oreos here?
Every time we talk about Oreos, she appears. So, yes, talk about Oreos, then she'll appear.
Oreos.
She's gonna click and I heard you guys said Oreos, so I just left. Like I didn't even stay.
Okay.
All right.
One thing I'll say about Oreos is the mega stuff are gross.
Ugh.
It's just more of the petroleum-based, sugar-laden white stuff.
It's way too much.
White stuff. Oh my. Okay. Let's get to reading.
All right. This one. Am I the asshole for refusing to dance the stag night for my boyfriend's brother? I, 25 female, am a stripper, and it's a job I'm not ashamed of and enjoy a lot. Plus, it makes great money. My boyfriend, 27 male, of 4 years, asked me tonight if I'd dance for his brother's stag night this Saturday. It's what a bachelor's party is called in my country, and the female version is called a hen night. The dancer they originally had booked, that I helped arrange, had to cancel as she broke her ankle during a performance. Those shoes, they can be tricky. I've tried to find them another dancer, calling in favors from my friends in the industry, but weekends are always busy and it's too short notice, so everyone is booked solid. I offered to get them into a club I worked for and would even be able to arrange for VIP treatment of the party, but this offer was rejected as the club is too far away from other activities they have planned for the evening. In the end, my boyfriend suggested I dance. He has no problem with my job. It didn't feel like me dancing for the group would be a problem. Now, if it was my boyfriend's friends, I'd be open to it after discussion to make sure we were both fully okay with this. But the fact is, it's for his brother. The fact that it's for his brother raises concerns for me and just feels too awkward. My boyfriend refuses to see this issue, stating we're all adults and his brother was looking forward to there being a stripper at the party. But it's just too weird to think if we all work out, then for the rest of my life, I'll have to know his brother saw me dance and that at every family event I'll attend, it'll just be on my mind. I've told my boyfriend it isn't happening and the best I can offer is the club. And if they need a stripper that badly, then they'll take it. He thinks I'm being ridiculous and that someone in my job shouldn't be bothered by this, and if they can be mature about it, so should I. Was my knee-jerk reaction to refuse too harsh? All right. Who's the asshole? I thought that's the funniest I got here.
I would not dance in front of my boyfriend's brother.
No. Like exactly
ever.
What she said.
Ever. It's like that's essentially gonna be her brother. Like that's weird.
I got some thoughts on her boyfriend, by the way.
Yeah, like why would you want your brother to see that? First off.
Well, when he said he thinks I'm being ridiculous and that someone in my job shouldn't be bothered by this, he just completely degraded her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd think twice about hanging with that dude, sweetheart.
Well, he sounds like he's using her as like a trophy. Like, look at what I got.
Yeah.
What, like she's a piece of meat or something.
Yeah, a trophy, but it's slightly an unpolished trophy, kind of. Like it's a trophy, but not one that you would put on your the top shelf. You would hide it in the back.
Yeah, it's almost like, is he doing it to upstage the brother in some way? Like, I've got a hot girlfriend and look what you get to miss out on. Like, it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. Why would you be cool with your brother seeing that? Like, regardless, oh, we're all mature and adults. Like, he's gonna be having dream. He might be having dreams about her later on. And then what are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, the whole thing is icky. Like he's the asshole.
He's definitely the asshole. Like she's bending over backwards, pardon the pun, to try and accommodate them. And he's
Yeah,
like,
I'd be
nope,
like, why?
nope.
Why does that have to be me?
Yeah, because she's right. The brother's always gonna like, you
It's
know,
yeah, it's gonna be that elephant in the room forever.
right, right. And even if it isn't for the brother, it's gonna be for her. She's used to customers that see her, you know, maybe there's regulars that come in, but for the most part, customers that see her once or twice and then she doesn't ever see them again.
Yeah.
And that's how she likes it. And so
Yeah, there's no like emotion or
yeah,
anything like that. It's like you're just here to be here. And then we part ways.
yeah,
But yeah, and then the brother, it's like, would you want to see her, or is he uncomfortable with it? Like, I'd be like, dude, I don't feel right seeing your woman in that way.
no.
So it's like, does he even respect her at all? Or
I think that last comment that he made shows that there's not as much respect as he thinks he has for her. And given that, I bet when she gets started, he is not as comfortable with it as he thinks he's going to be.
no?
No, that's the thing too. It's gonna cause problems.
Yeah. Because she could, turn around and be like, you know what, fine. But then watch him get angry or be like, it was a test.
Yeah.
Play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Big time asshole.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? We have I see one already from Beck who says he's the asshole. What do the rest of the crowd say? Who is the asshole in this situation?
Definitely the boyfriend.
All right, that's another 2 from the panel.
Boyfriend, 2.
All right, chat, what do you think?
I hope she's not with him for long.
Beck thinks you wouldn't date her if she wasn't a stripper. Everybody's coming up with the 2s. Yeah, I don't see any way that she's the asshole in this situation.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because I like that she said, like, I'm not ashamed of it. However, I do have boundaries.
Yeah. Which is really important in that type of work. Okay. Let's see. Anybody have a really strong opinion that they want to come up and share? She did say that she did say that she had danced for his friends. Best not to start. Well, okay, she did say that. So I guess he maybe wouldn't get jealous if she'd done that before. Then, yeah,
I thought she said it. Now, if it was his friends, that'll be a different story or something like that.
Let's see.
I wouldn't even
was
feel
my boyfriend's friends. Yeah, she said she wouldn't feel. She'd be open to it after discussion to make sure they were fully okay with it.
I don't know if I could even do the friends. That would even be weird for me.
Yeah.
Because the friends are typically around forever too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, can we not invite them to Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It looks like it's unanimously. Everyone thinks the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. And the rest of Reddit agrees. She is not the asshole. Well,
nope.
They didn't say the boyfriend was because they don't vote the way we do. Vote. That was very vote. Okay. But she is not the asshole, so by default, he's the asshole.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's go pick with me. Let's go here into our secret Discord where we store all our links. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh, I like this one. Okay, this one is not. Okay, I hate when I do that. Don't do it every time. All right. Come on. Thank you. Am I the asshole for telling my son he needs to get a job if he wants to date his girlfriend? Okay. Now, if you can see that it's Reddit said they don't have enough information. I disagree from reading this. So we're going to, but you can decide you don't have enough information, but I think we have enough information. All right. My 43 female son is 16. He loves sports and does a different sport in each season. Cross country during fall, wrestling during winter, track and field during spring. And he also does wrestling camp during the summer. He doesn't have a job, and I never pressured him to. Well, she's going to. He doesn't have an allowance, but I buy him what he wants within reason. If he wants new clothes or shoes, I buy them. If he wants to eat a nice meal at a restaurant, I'll take him. If there's a new movie coming out he wants to go to, I'll take him to it. He recently started dating a girl from his track and field team. I've met her recently, and she seems like a nice girl. I paid for the first couple of dates, but as the relationship has started to get more serious, they've gone on more dates to more expensive places. For example, their first date was literally at Starbucks, literally. So I gave him some money for coffee and a snack. But now he started taking her out to movies and more expensive restaurants. He also started buying her gifts like chocolates. I've sat my son down and told him that he'll need to get a job so he can pay for his dates if he wants to continue dating his girlfriend and taking her on dates. He really doesn't want to, as he loves sports, and going to a job after school means he wouldn't be able to attend his practices and tournaments. I've tried to negotiate by saying he could get a job on weekends, but then he said he wouldn't have any time to study or do homework. I've explained to my son that part of growing up is choosing what's important to you. Does he want to continue doing sports or dating his girlfriend? I did sports my first year of high school and loved it too, but due to my family's financial situation, I had to start working when I was only 15 years old and never did sports again. He's pretty mad and been sulking a lot recently. I've talked with some friends and family members about my decisions to make my son get a job if he wants to continue dating. And while some agree, some think that I should pay for my son's date since I am risking him resenting me for either making him break up with his girlfriend or making him quit sports. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Oh my God. She
No.
failed from the beginning for even not putting it into his. Life
I have thoughts on
sucks that you
this.
can't do whatever you want to do, that you can't be relying on people to pay for your dates
I've
your life.
Yeah. I grew up a little bit differently in this regard, and by his age, things were done rather differently.
Oh yeah, same. But
My first thought was, okay, is she wanting him to like choose between a job and a girlfriend because of commitment issues? Because I thought, like, if he's in multiple sports, how would he have time for a job? But then when it went to the direction of she's just tired of paying for all these dates, I don't think that makes her an asshole because what's wrong with the girlfriend coming over to watch a movie, or like, why does every date have to cost all this money?
Right.
So yeah, I don't see how he's probably thinking, oh, if he's spoiled and maybe that's where he got it from, and like, you need to buy me whatever, but yeah, I'd be like,
how she's raised him to be is if he
Exactly.
wants it, he gets it, pretty
Yep,
much.
and
Yeah.
that's
She
where
says
she
within
failed.
reason, but it doesn't sound like she's ever shot him down.
Yeah. Because
No.
or is it also like, if, they used to do things together, is she, feeling jealous that he's now doing mom and son dates with a girlfriend and not her? Is she like little, not jealous, but also like, like, we used to do that. Like, now you're doing it. Am I replaced?
Yeah.
The thing
But I have
she pays, obviously, if he's still living with her, she pays for his food, probably
you
pays
can't
for his
bring up.
insurance and all that kind of stuff. So she's pretty much still paying for everything. Who knows? Probably still doing his laundry. Sorry, said
I
it.
want to, if I could, I would bring up Mousie's comment, because this is kind of what I was thinking is, isn't there a third option, which she probably should have started, girlfriend or not, but when I was that age, we were already getting allowance based on things we did around the house. We had chores that we were expected to do, and we got a certain amount of money every 2 weeks, and you that's how you had your money to do things.
Yeah,
And if you
exactly.
wanted to do more things, then you got a job and you figured it out. Like my brother did marching band, and he figured out how to have a job and do marching band so he could play with his trucks. And I mean, not play with his trucks, but restore trucks.
Yeah.
And take out girls and do that kind of stuff. And, we would
Hmm.
get our makeup and whatever. But we had like you said, doing his laundry. We were doing our own laundry. We were doing things around, everything wasn't being done for us. And so, I don't know, it seems like, I don't think she's being an asshole. I think she's being kind of reasonable, but I think there's a third option where he doesn't necessarily have to choose
Well, because
either.
even as an adult, it's like not every, like, just spending time with your partner doesn't mean you always have to
Right.
go out and spend money. Like,
Yeah.
especially at 16, like
Yeah.
back in the day, we were just hanging out at friends' houses. Like, and
Yeah.
if anything,
Or
parents
going
ordered
to
pizza.
McDonald's. Yeah. Not
Yeah.
going to fancy restaurants.
Yeah. It's like, why does everything have to, so if he's gonna be like that, I definitely be like, okay, you need to start paying. This is your girlfriend. I'm not paying
Yeah.
for just you. I'm paying for her too. So it's like,
Yeah.
why can't her mom give her money?
Yeah. And Mousy says again, he has to learn about money at some point. One of the things too, if we wanted to get lunch at school from, like now that you can practically, the schools around here, they have like Taco Bell and Pizza Hut in the schools. We didn't have that. But if we wanted to buy lunch at school, we had to use our allowance money. If we wanted to take
Yeah.
lunch to school and save our allowance money, we, parents bought the groceries, and that's where we would take our lunch from, is from the groceries. So we got to learn about how to, what do you want to spend it on, this or save your money for something
Yeah.
else. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'd be like, you know what? You can start mowing the lawn. You can start doing some,
Wait, did it
you
say how
want,
old he? I didn't hear that. I didn't see if it said his age or heard that it
he's
said his age.
16. He's 16 and
Okay.
she's 43.
Okay, that's what I was like. Couldn't remember. So yeah, at 16, I was working or I did stuff. It was different between my brothers and I as far as I got my own like insurance and car and all that, but
Yeah.
they did not. My parents did everything for them, so
Oh
and they
no. See,
still do.
most of us, my parents didn't buy any of us cars. Wanted cars, we had to go get a job and figure it out.
I was given a car by my dad, my great aunt, but that was about it. But other than that,
You're right. You're right, Stacy.
yeah,
well, now Taco Bell is pricey.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
What do they have the cantina menu now?
Yeah. So yeah, if I was her, I'd be like, well, for one, not every date has to cost all this money, but mom is also, they're probably paying for his gas too. So it's like, dude, at
Yeah.
some point you either need to not go out all the time or find some time in your schedule to get a job.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's kind of what, like, my younger brother, he was doing school and would do like play the guitar, like blues and stuff with local bands, and my parents paid for all that. Paid for his insurance so he can drive, paid for his gas. It's like it's just so I like you're not you're not really setting him up on a good example. But he finally he has a job now and lives on his own. But my mom still pays. Wait, no, I don't think she pays for his insurance anymore, but still pays for his phone. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's just I don't know. I guess it was different. Like I never thought like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna live off my parents and let them do everything. I wanted something, I got it myself. Did stuff around the house, got some allowance, and got my own thing.
Well, he's going to be 18 in 2 years. What happens when he goes off to college? Is he going to be like, hey, mom, send me some money? I got a date. Like, I mean, 16 is, it's like, I guess better late than never. But that's like, what are you going to do when you move out? Sports are not going to always be there.
And if he's playing 3 sports, then he's probably sufficient at all of them, but he's not super good. Although he's at 16, he's probably just a junior. But he need, pick the one that you're really good at and see if you can get a sport, a sports scholarship on that one.
Yeah.
But I think he would already start narrowing it in by now where he doesn't have to be in all 3 sports. My goodness.
That just sounds exhausting. I'm like, how does he even have time for a girlfriend going on dates?
Yeah.
Because I mean, he could argue. I thought he was going to argue like, I don't have time for a job, but then it's like, well, if you've got time to go out on dates all the time, then you can make the time for a little part-time job.
Yeah.
And what did she say when she said he could do weekends? Did he say like
that
would interfere?
Study. Yeah.
Oh, study. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I worked full time through college.
That's what I was gonna say.
Worked in high school.
There's so many people that either work full time or multiple part-time jobs just to get by.
Yeah.
They figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not easy, It's a pain, but it's what you gotta do.
Yeah, it's gonna. I don't know if Dad's in the picture, but he might have to sit him down and be like, "This is what we call making choices and growing up."
It doesn't say anything about Dad, so I suspect she's either a single mother with Dad not in the picture, or
he's just like, he's a boy. He's a boy. Let him do what he wants. Because I've told my husband, like, you're going to have those discussions when the kids get older. Like, I'll handle the girl, you handle the boy.
Yeah. So what do we think, chat? Is anybody the asshole? Is everybody the asshole? One or the other the asshole? Do we have enough information?
I think there's enough info. I don't think mom's the asshole. I don't think the kid is either. He's 16 and having to just now learn responsibilities of life and choices and all that. So
the only thing is she was the asshole before all this. Should have taught him beforehand. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, see, I think they're both kind of the asshole, but that's because she raised him to be this way. And also he's 16 and it's kind of, in their genetics to be this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Society is the asshole.
Yeah, that too. And like I said before, like, does the girlfriend, is she not able to be like, hey, dinner's on me tonight?
Well, we definitely don't have enough information on that.
Yeah, that's where I'd probably want more info. Like, is she also the type of girl that, wants to be wined and dined and he's trying to impress her and she's that type of girl, then I'd say just get a new girlfriend.
Yeah. See, it's hard to say mom's an asshole for raising him and setting him up for this, but I feel like that's what she did. And I don't think she did it from a bad place. That's why it's hard to call her an asshole. In her mind, she's taking care of her kid.
Yeah.
But at his age, it's like, now's the time, I think several people said it in chat, now's the time that he needs to start learning about value of a dollar and how to, budget and all those fun things. And I guess she's kind of, pushing him out to the wolves really quickly. And does that make her an asshole?
Not, I wouldn't say asshole, but
she's not cutting him off cold turkey. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that should have started maybe before high school.
Yeah.
Like you're getting to that age and
but it's kind of like, it's not like she's cutting him off of everything. It's just like with my parents when when for us it was cars, we're gonna not, and I sense with her it's not the issue of not being able to afford it. They could afford to buy us cars if they wanted to, but they weren't about to. For any of us, they're like, if you want to do the car thing, you got to get the job, you got to find a way to pay for the car and the insurance, and then that's your deal.
Insurance is expensive when you got teenagers on it.
Yeah. So, but that's
I think my husband said, when it was time for him to get a car, I think he said his parents said, we'll pay for half, then you come up with the other half. And then you can do that, then you're golden.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have, trust me, none of us had fancy cars. My brother's was probably the fanciest, but that's only because he always seemed to get the best jobs. But and by fancy, I mean old 53 Chevy pickup trucks. And they weren't fancy, they were just cool. But but when you do things on your own, that's when you do learn the value of, I paid for this. I earned this with my own money and I'm going to take care of this. And you don't really learn that as much when, parents are just shelling money out for your stuff. So, so for our parents, it was the car. For this mom, it's, I'm going to continue paying for everything, but I'm not going to pay for you to date the girl, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
It's not unreasonable. Oh, and he's just like floundering. His reaction is to flounder going, well, I don't have time to do that if I want to do all this other stuff. Well, neither does anybody, you figure it out. If that's what you want to do, you figure it out.
Yep.
Hey, Sula. Hey, Cristola. Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. So, I don't know. I'm kind of like, nobody's the asshole, but they're both a little bit the asshole, but they're kind of not really, but yeah.
Yeah, like both are at fault, but I wouldn't say either's an asshole because I'd say he was the asshole if he was like, well, you're going to do what I want. But he's just more like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think he's reacting normally like any kid would. Like trying to find a way out of it and push the limit. And then hopefully he settles in and does what she wants. And and if not, then he's the asshole. But
yeah. Yeah, no asshole there.
What does chat think? Who is the asshole in this situation? Both but neither from Cristola.
I saw some saying neither, where Jen says none are. It's just reality.
Yeah, it is reality. Fishnerd stands by society. I think that would probably go along with what we're saying.
Yeah. Like, gotta teach your kids you're not entitled. The world doesn't owe you anything. Hard work pays off.
Please teach your kids that. Please, people. Please.
We're begging you.
Yeah. None of the characters named here. Well, if that's what people were saying, I didn't see it, so we will go with that too. Who was the kid? Although mom did have an influence. Yeah. And like I think kids are just kind of naturally that way at that age. Like you want to resist.
Yep.
Change, you want to resist, you have this great setup. Why should I have to do anything kind of thing?
Yeah. Like growing up is scary. So I get being like, I'm not ready to grow up yet. I'm only a kid. But
why should it be different now? Yeah. All righty. Let's see. It's 8:17. Do we want to do one more?
Yeah. I want to do that neighbor.
Okay. You got one more in your chat? Well, we're going to do it anyway.
Hopefully, because it's coming.
It's a coming. Let's see. I think it's up here. That one. What? I checked the right box this time. No, I didn't. See? Every time.
I hate when it does that.
Oh, this one is long. Okay.
I can read it if you want.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Okay. All righty.
I will stop sharing so I can pull up comments and such.
It's not the one. Okay. So, am I the asshole for how I checked my pregnant neighbor for how she was acting with my husband? Okay. My family.
Please.
Huh?
Sorry. I said, bitch, please.
So, my family, which is me, husband, and 2 daughters, live directly across from our neighbor, don't know how to pronounce it, who is, from what I remember, 6 months pregnant. Our neighborhood grew close when her husband died 2 months ago to a drunk driver. The entire neighborhood basically came to help, and even now the community still does semi-monthly-ish barbecues and stuff. We know how it felt to have a parent absent. Now, no, my husband did not die, but he was still deployed when we were pregnant with our first. I know that is not the same thing she is going through. So we often checked on her, invited her over, conversations on how to handle being on your own while pregnant. For a couple of weeks now, she's been asking my husband to be her handyman. My husband has no issue with this, and neither did I until a week ago or so. She asked my husband for help over the simplest things and barely talks to me anymore. Most times she'll knock, ask if my husband is home, and if I say no, she tells me to let him know she needs him and walks off. No talking, having chai together, nothing. I can admit I'm a little bit jealous and felt weird about this. It was like she was only wanting my husband around. I tried to push these feelings aside until the first incident. Basically, she knocked on my door and handed a covered plate of cookies. I got excited and started to thank her, said how the girls love cookies, but she interrupted me and told me that these were strictly for my husband, not for us, and I had a sour taste in my mouth and thanked her. It made me feel like she was trying to have a big house and little house situation. I let my husband know what happened and how I felt. He assured me nothing was going on, but he also agreed what she did was disrespectful. We agreed he would stop going over. He would give her the numbers of men he knows who do maintenance. She has been cold with us. The second incident happened when the community was having a barbecue in our neighborhood park. The children were running around, and us adults were sitting with the lawn chairs talking about whatever. Day piped up and said how she is grateful to all of us for helping her. Even me, after it was strange how you basically forbid your husband to come over to help anymore. I got a little mad, like I was slapped by God himself, and just said, well, baking a gift for my husband only and saying his wife and daughters aren't included is strange too. Another neighbor changed the topic, and it was awkward. I'm sure there's gossip and whatnot. On one hand, I know she must still be grieving, and maybe she's looking to have someone to be there for her. On the other hand, I feel like the incident with the cookies and then the barbecue makes me feel disrespected. My husband is not happy with how I responded. He said it's not my job to check someone, and I should have just let her talk. I guess I just want to know if I was a jealous asshole through all of this. I don't really have anyone I could talk to about this personally. Thoughts?
Well, if somebody comes over who's been spending time with your husband, platonically or not, and she brings over a tray of cookies and says, "You and your kids can't have this, only your husband," who wouldn't get like a twinge of jealousy?
That's weird. Like, it's one thing if she were to say, "Oh, I made these for him to thank him, enjoy." Okay, but saying, "No, he's the only one that can enjoy these." Like,
Right.
what do you mean? Is he enjoying your other cookie too? Like, what does that mean?
I have how my mom handled something like this is, so my dad would go out like more, this is probably, oh goodness, like almost like 15, 16 years ago, something like that. And he always would go out and smoke a cigarette and drink his beer outside. And so the neighbor's wife wobbled over and was talking with him while her husband was just sitting on their porch. So my mom was like putting clothes in the dryer, and she's like, "Why is she over here?" Because she heard the wife's voice. "Why is she out there talking to your dad?" I was like, "I don't know." So she went, my mom in her pajamas goes out there and tells her, "You need to be over there with your husband. I don't know why you're over here talking to mine. Why are you over here talking to mine? You need to go over there." Because like she had made snide remarks here and there towards even my brothers, like not snide, like kind of pervy. So my mom was like not having it. She went off. She said something to my mom. Next thing I know, my mom's down the stairs beating her up. I was like, "Oh, here we go." I was like, I think I was 17, 18 at the time.
We do
I was
not
like, "Oh my
endorse
God."
beating people up here on Shenanigans. We point that out.
My brother and I were sitting there talking. My younger brother and I were talking, and next thing we know, our mom's gone, and we're like going, "Where'd she go?" We're trying to break it up, but yeah,
Like, haven't seen that side of mom before.
yeah. So it's so like, because my husband was my boyfriend at the time, and I was telling my husband, like, telling him about it, and he's like, "Need to." So next time we saw my mom, he's like, "So do I need to get you like one of those wrestling championship belts?" And we still talk about it because she was stunned because she would always be over talking with my dad while her husband would be over on their porch. Like, why are you both not over here? Like, why are you over here by yourself while your husband's sitting there by himself? It's just awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I was with Teresa though. The cookies would have been right in her face if she would have said that. Like, "Oh, that's not for you or your daughters. That's just for him." No. If you're gonna bring over cookies, I would have taken one and put one and ate it right in her face, and then shoved the rest in her face. Because don't condone violence, but hey, that's what I would have done.
Well,
It's
and
just
it's like,
weird.
get she's pregnant. She's now a widow, but it's like, that doesn't give you the right to
Oh, that's right. She's pregnant, so we can't be
over.
throwing stuff in her face. Never.
To, I mean, it's like, that doesn't give her the right to hone in on somebody else's husband. And where at first I was on board with the husband, and I like that he agreed, like, that was disrespectful. I'll tell her to find someone else to fix. But where I have a problem with is, I thought she was nice enough to just be like, "Well, I think that was weird." So it's like, she addressed the situation out loud. So why can't I respond out loud in front of
Yeah.
She
everyone
didn't
and
start
see?
it.
She
Yeah.
Yeah, she
opened the
was making her look bad. She was trying to make her look bad, like making it like, even
Like
though
she was the
you're,
crazy jealous one and it
yeah,
happened out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like
she put that
no.
out there, but for the husband to be like, "You didn't need it," I'd be like, something you need to tell me? Like, I thought we agreed that what she did was not okay. So that's when I'd start looking at him sideways, like, is there something I need to know? Because why is she making you cookies and then feeling so upset and offended that she needs to start, if it was just simple handyman stuff, why can't she just be like, okay, I'm sorry, no problem? And then I'm like, she's also probably not paying for these services. He's probably
No.
doing it to be a nice neighbor. So is she mad she's not getting free handyman? And why does she need him over regularly to get stuff fixed? Like, what is breaking over there? It's just
What
her
is
in
she
that house.
breaking?
Yeah, it's just her in that house. Like, what
I'm
is?
gonna break this today so I can go get the guy.
Yeah, like what is going on? That reminds me of like Desperate Housewives stuff where they
Oh
break
yeah.
the sink and let the like I need a plumber.
Wasn't who was it there? Who was it Michael who was the plumber?
Yeah,
Who
Mike
was
Delfino.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the plumber that all the women
He was
were
he
looking
was
at.
the handyman too.
Yeah, so is that what's going on? Like she's got a crush and wants to stare at him, but it's like, lady, she's married. He has like, and you're pregnant. Like, stop it.
Yeah, I do feel bad that she did lose her husband, yeah, but that doesn't give you a right to sit there and try to take someone. I can't say she's trying to take him, but it's just awkward. Like maybe she's like he's not a substitute. Like I
Yeah,
don't know. Like he's being nice and doing things. It's like maybe
yeah,
she sees, oh look how great of a family man he is. I need him. Like
yeah. And
I don't
it's
know.
like,
That's just weird.
and it's weird to emphasize, like, no, these are just for him. Your kids cannot have one. You cannot have one, but you can give them to him, though. I'd be like, excuse me? And then to address it in front of everyone, like, it
Yeah,
didn't need to be a thing. Like, why is it a thing?
that's the main thing. It's like you bring over. You don't even like talk like even have conversations with the wife anymore. Just come over. Oh, is your husband home? No. Okay, just let him know I need him. Bye. Like
Mm-hmm.
what is that?
And I feel bad that the wife is thinking, too, like, am I just being jealous? It's like,
No,
uh,
you're being
no,
what?
you're having a normal reaction. And I
Definitely would
don't
have
like
been
that
my
the husband
reaction.
is telling her that her reaction is not appropriate. It's like, it's not like she punched her in the face. She's like, you're saying I'm being weird. It's like, you're the one who is like baking cookies for my husband. I think that's a little weird.
Yeah,
So
and then saying, "Oh, they're for him, not for you." Like that's it's just so weird.
yeah, it's weird. And I think the husband is also, so I think the neighbor is the asshole, but I also think the husband is a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that remark, yeah.
It's like it's like, didn't he say like, oh, I'm not going to go over there anymore and I'll give her numbers to other guys and stuff? So it's like, you were on my team and now you're not. Like, why?
Well, and it
Especially,
makes you wonder with the reaction that he had at that cookout, what he told the neighbor as to why he can't come over anymore.
yeah,
That too,
Well, my
yeah.
crazy wife is jealous now, so
yeah.
can't come.
And it's like, I don't know if the neighbor, like, I don't know if she works but it's like, she knows the wife is home. And so it's like, and they live right across the street. So now the wife's probably thinking, well, if I were to go run errands and he's home, do I need to worry that she's going to come over? She's right across the street.
Yeah, she might need to just throw the whole husband out too.
Yeah. It's like, I feel bad. She has to like see her every day now. And it's like, this neighbor, she could have had an opportunity to like be friends with the mom of all people, to have someone to talk to and while she's going through it, and then someone to help out when the baby's born, like if she needs a ride to the hospital. But now she's made things all weird. And I feel like it's because there's something, she's got the hots for the husband.
I think so too.
That's another,
Yeah.
AC has another good question though. I'm gonna put that up there. How much time is he actually letting this neighbor take away from his own family?
Exactly.
Does he go over for like 2-hour jobs every day? Or is it, she can't reach the light bulb and it just needs to be changed so it's a 5-minute job and it's not much time that's taken away? I mean,
being pregnant does not make you, it doesn't make you helpless. Like, I'm just throwing that out there.
She might be short. She might be short, you know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because
I have a step stool.
Well, when you're, if she, you know, did we say she was getting close to the end of her pregnancy? I don't remember. Do you want to get up on that step stool if you're near the end of your pregnancy? Probably not.
I think she said 6 months, or thought she was 6 months. But
the whole point of the whole point of that conversation wasn't whether Cass could do it or not, is whether these Cass are taking a long time away from his own family or just short periods of time away from his family. So
yeah, so I'm like, lady, he's also probably not getting paid, so it's like this is time he's home. And she's like, oh, since you're home, you can, I just knocked over a vase, can you come clean it up? So it's like, what does she do when he's not around? Next thing you know, next thing she will be wanting him to be her push coach. Oh gosh.
oh my gosh.
Oh, can you imagine?
No, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, makes chores for him for sure.
You keep putting in more that's actually there. So, chat, what do you think? Who is the asshole?
The neighbor.
And husband.
Yeah, the husband, for what he said.
Is it like 3 for both, or forget the numbers?
See what Kyle's here. This may be one that doesn't have enough information. What you doing, Bubba?
A lot of people in the comments were like, you might want to ask your husband what's going on, because like they're all saying he's cheating, which I mean he might not be, but I would be like, I'd be mad that he's not standing up for me at the very least.
Well, he did with the big ass, which is don't go over there anymore. He didn't seem to put up a fight to that.
Yeah. And that's where I was like, okay, cool. But then like, you didn't need to say anything to her. Why?
Maybe he's got, maybe he's embarrassed. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it.
Because if she like, got in her face and made it really, I'd be like, whoa, that was not necessary to do to someone pregnant. But to just say like, well, what you did was weird too. Like she's just supposed to sit and take it.
Yeah.
So many shades of gray here. Yeah.
It looks like we have. Okay, we're not talking about what the two of you have. We're talking about what these guys have. So what is your safe word? Oh, they're talking about their secret sex room.
What?
So it looks like we have had a couple of votes for both of them. And that's all I saw.
And some say they need more info.
Yeah. I'm kind of going for more info.
And there was also a lot of comments. I was like, I can't even sift through all this.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like there was any more added context.
Yeah.
Everyone involved shares in the wholeness.
Yeah, probably opening a can of worms we don't want to open, but like when they talk about when the poster talks about the wife coming over, or not the wife, the neighbor coming over and just asking if the husband's home, and when she's not, she just basically turns and walks away. Does the wife say, "Hey, how are you?" or just lets her watch? I mean, not that that makes her an asshole, but it's kind of like, is there some? Does she carry some burden? What do I want to say? Does she carry some role for the decline in the relationship because she just let her walk away without trying to start a conversation? No.
Yeah. And I forgot what it said in the beginning, but I can remember if she said like she's a newer neighbor or if they've all lived together for a long time. I don't remember if that was said, but yeah, if she's new, I don't know if they like didn't get along right from the get-go or she made her feel unwelcome or whatever, but it's like if they've lived on the same block forever, it'd be like, are they only being friendly now because she's a widow? Or I don't know.
Sounds like definitely being friendlier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, chat, are we gonna chalk that one up to need more information, or do you wanna try one more time to give us a vote?
Yeah. I'm getting a sense of mixed reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm just not seeing much in the chat on it.
Yeah, the other ones felt more clear cut.
Hey,
This one,
just saying.
party's
Hey,
here.
hey. You're here just in time for a vote on our last one.
It's like just say 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
It'll be the deciding vote.
Oh, no worries. I've seen you here and there on the Twitter. Not enough info. Missing connections. Yeah. Put it in Craigslist. And AC says the neighbor and the husband. Yep.
Yeah, that's what is sad, that it sounded like everyone was doing their thing to help out, and then it turns into Desperate Housewives situation.
Yeah. Just saying, are you a fan of Big Bang Theory?
Would I be cheating if I
Oh, you
started to like watch
fell.
the show?
Just saying, fell and her body is busted. I'm sorry you
no.
fell. I hope you're feeling a little better. And I hope you didn't really bust anything.
Busted a move.
Well, next week, just saying, we're doing trivia on the Big Bang Theory. So in case you're around, and you can come be the expert on that.
Yeah, I've never seen an episode.
I've never seen most of the trivia we do. I shouldn't say most of it, but a good lot of it. I have no idea. So, but I know all the answers to this one because I have them right here. Are you feeling better though? Just saying. Oh no. Oh, fractured ankle, but that's it. Fractured ribs are the worst. Oh my goodness, you did take a.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Oh my goodness. Ouch.
Were you trying to ice skate?
I was just about to say that. Were you ice skating? Because falling on ice can really mess you up.
That hurts. When ice skating once, never again.
I hope you got the good pain stuff.
Yeah, I've never seen Big Bang Theory either. I've just seen like clips of it on like reels and stuff like that.
clips and memes.
Yeah, that's all.
My niece likes Young Sheldon, but I've never seen that either.
I don't think any of the questions come from Young Sheldon, by the way.
Yeah.
They all come from the Big Bang.
From old Sheldon.
Old Sheldon, yes.
So yeah, that trivia will be just me learning about it.
Yeah. And once again, if you have any ideas of what you want to put on the list for trivia, let us know. Stacy gave us a good list. I had a couple additions. And I have another list of stuff too that
Ooh,
we have a good one coming up after the Big Bang that I think several people will like. You were rushing buying lemons for your sister's birthday party. Oh no. No.
The lemon ankle. Ugh, that just gave me flashbacks of when I rolled mine. I rolled my ankle when I was pregnant. It was not fun.
Wow.
Oh.
At first, I read that too quick and thought it said you were throwing lemons at
her. That's what I thought. I'm like,
you
bought the lemons to throw at your sister. I did too. And I was like, well, okay, maybe that's something you do at your parties. Okay. And I read it again. I'm like, okay, I got it.
I also read that she was rushing because there's 94 people in front of her in line. Like, she was.
Yeah.
Like, well, I need to read.
I hope that your fractured ribs heal really fast, because I mean that, like, you can't even take a breath without the pain on that. That is,
yeah, my husband
yes,
had
bazinga.
3.
I apologize. You can barely see the bazinga on the thumbnail.
Oh my god! Ouch! My ankles hurting just thinking about it. Like,
just saying, did they have to do any surgery on your ankle to set it, or hopefully not?
Yeah, please don't do that again. All righty. I think that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
That was the last one. We're almost at 2 hours. Oh.
And don't you have to get the kids to bed soon?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because the husband is out of town, huh?
Yes. Thankfully, it's not that hard to get him in bed, but.
They would have to put me to sleep to re-break it. Oh my gosh, I couldn't be awake for that.
Oh.
There isn't enough numbing in the world for me to hang out with that going on awake. No.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Re-break it, like.
Did you see what Jen said?
Life gives you lemons, just throw them.
Yeah, throw them at your sister at her birthday party.
Be a new theme. Like, why is there lemons everywhere? Well,
yeah.
New kind of food fight.
Yeah.
Just don't squirt in anyone's eye.
Really, yeah. Really.
She will not be looking at lemons for a while now.
No.
Oh,
and
man,
was it?
That sounds so painful. I'm so.
And do a 94 lemons theme party. Find all the lemons.
Is it 94 lemon balloons? No, it wasn't 94.
Or when you turn 94, make it lemon themed. Or 94th wedding anniversary. It's lemon themed.
Oh my
starting a new trend.
Oh.
But thank you all for coming
99.
and giving us.
You're right, Sean. It was 99. And they were red.
Oh gosh, 99. Ugh. I can smell that.
Okay. Well,
thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thank you.
helping us find the assholes today. Oh. Oh, we definitely will. I hope she does come back soon. Forgot to. That song, forget what I was showing up for.
Who's Rob?
I'm not sure.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, is there a Royal Rob?
I don't know. I'm sure that's the meds talking. We'll let you have all the med talk you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope she's back soon. All right, guys. Well, we will be back next week with. Oh, you do have. We forgot about the busted wrist too.
Bye.
Yes, like AC says, don't forget to do all the YouTubey things. Because we didn't ask you at the beginning, so do it at the end. And as Juju would say, leave a comment because you're not cool at what you do. And I'm sure she said something like that. And yeah, next week is Big Bang Theory trivia, and don't know what's after that, but the week after that, you're gonna like it. Kyle, especially, and
Nah.
so there you go. Be thinking what week it might be. Yeah, lick the comment. No, lick the button and comment on the flavor. Yeah, there you go. What it was. I can't read anymore.
Exactly.
You can't do anymore.
Ready for bed.
Yeah, ready for bed.
Yeah.
All right. Just saying, you take care of yourself. Be elevated on meds and in your limbs.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yes.
There you go. And
I was gonna say
it's
get
not
some
about
alcohol, but
Oreos.
that would not be good for with the meds.
Lemons and
You know,
meds.
in honor of just saying, maybe next week I'll take a. What are they even called? Can't even remember. My anxiety meds, just to be kind of like on her level, just for fun. Yeah, I don't know.
You're good.
I could, but then who's gonna make sure that, since I have the answer sheet here, who's gonna make sure what our score is? That's
Oh.
probably not a good idea. I'll give you a hint. Question 14, the answer is Professor Proton. So there you go. Remember that. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Who are you?
Batman.